Yeah, I'm working on Magnus now, so what? Y'all get to build them, but I don't get to build them? Come on, man. I'm tired of losing to Magnuses. Literally, all the time I have to plan around Magnuses. You know what? If you can't beat them, join them. My Magnus. Now you have to plan around my Magnus, huh? When's he's gonna be done in a week? Oh boy, I'm coming for y'all. Trust me, I'm gonna be unstoppable. Hey all, how you doing today? So, with the new underground refinery floors, we haven't quite, gone over them yet. And they're actually got some pretty decent rewards once you get up there. You start getting legendary exclusive equipment boxes. So that's something pretty important that people might want to work on. So we'll go ahead and go through them one at a time, starting with 51. Now with this new stage, I've seen a couple people complaining about, oh my god, Various stupid OP. Various one-shot my whole team, Various. Well, since I am a Farius main, I know the weaknesses to Farius. So if we look at him, he's only using the second skill, which we all know is his most OP skill. Whenever you're grouped up and he uses this skill on you, it just annihilates you. If you're all grouped up, you're just done, absolutely destroyed. And this version of it also grants unenhanceable on you. The thing is, if you're spread out, this does like no damage to you, right? So if this is doing no damage to you, the only thing you have to worry about is Arrow of Spacetime, which is his rage skill. But his rage skill is not usable unless you have a stack of Imprint of Light already on you. So he has to get off a crossing light on you in order to use Arrow of Spacetime. So even if you're spread out enough and he uses crossing light and it doesn't do anything, if you get hit with Imprint of Light, he can now use his rage skill and that can kill you too. We see he has an insane amount of attack. So how are we going to get past this? Well, we see he also has Spirits of Steel, prevents him from being stunned, behavior control effect, knockback, and pulling. Well, this does not prevent the decrease of attack bar and it does not prevent speed break. So what we're going to be doing is preventing him from taking a turn altogether. We're going to use Ziv to decrease attack bar, Nadine to speed break and decrease attack bar, Kairos to decrease attack bar, Nima to decrease attack bar and increase our attack bar, and last but not least, just any nuker you have. I myself am going to be bringing a little bit of Farius versus Farius action, but pretty much anyone that can do decent damage would work. Like I'm pretty sure Murphy would have worked better too. So I went ahead and I already did this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the recording and speak over it, and it's not going to be in real time because I did it at home in my bed or whatever. But other than that, let's just go ahead and take a look at the clip and I'll explain to you what's happening. So we get into the fight, and for this first phase, this is why I brought Farius. You don't want to waste too many turns on these guys, so I just group them up, and then when they're grouped up, Farius does a lot of damage to them, Maybe not enough to one-shot them unless you have like a super god build, but you'll be able to take out a pretty good chunk of them in 2 turns. Just don't lose any of your guys here, If you lose one of your dudes, just restart, and maybe you could get it confused with Ziv, and then that'll be even less damage towards you, more damage towards them. But again, with stages like this, what we like to do is we like to make it to where there's one enemy left, and then whenever there is that one enemy left, what we're going to be doing is passing turn and just crowd controlling until we get all of our rage skills. That way we can move on to the boss, and especially having Ziv's rage skill and like a couple rage skills to help your movement range is going to help a lot on this boss, and I'll explain to you why whenever we get to the boss phase. Okay, now that we're on boss phase with all of our rage skills, what you want to do is use Ziv's second skill to decrease attack bar by decrease attack bar by a pretty large margin. We see my Kairos isn't quite in range, so whenever we use a rage skill, it will reset our range so that we could use the third skill. You definitely want that poison to land because Kairos isn't going to be decreasing any attack bar without the poison. Nadine rage skill so that you can reset movement range and get the speed break on, and this is pretty much all you had to do was make sure the poison landed, make sure the defense or the speed break landed, and now we are completely fine to decrease his attack bar all day. If you see, he's not going to get a single turn from this point on, and the way we're going to kill him is we're going to use Kairos to stack up as much poison as possible and use Kairos' rage skill on top of just using Farius there for third skill, a little bit of extra damage whenever he gets his rage skill as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If he starts building up too much attack bar, Ziv's rage skill will build up, and that could be a pretty good chunk for you to decrease it. Everybody on my team has a pretty decent speed. I'll go ahead and show you their stats after we're done. And then, of course, Nima's rage skill, just save it. You don't really have to heal because he's not going to be hitting you. Just use the rage skill for an attack bar boost if you need a little bit of an attack bar boost. It doesn't ever hurt. But her first skill is the most reliable way to get Unless you have a bunch of accuracy on her, then use third skill whenever it's available. But if you don't have that accuracy needed for your Nima, first skill is going to be the most reliable way to decrease attack bar by 100. Zip second skill every time the cooldown is up. Kairos, just stack as much poison as you can, and then whenever it gets to the point where he has a bunch of stacks, use the rage skill, and then just constantly use Nadine's third skill to decrease attack bar by a large margin. Make sure you land her first skill on him too for a defense break so that he takes more damage, and then that's just it. It's just pretty much an attack bar decreasing simulator at this point. So I would just go ahead and speed it up and let it play out, but that's pretty much all the strategy there is to it. If you wanted a quick peruse of the stats, you can stop at any point to inspect somebody's equipments or inspect their substats if you like. It may seem like this Farius is a little bit, you know, overbuilt and stuff, but again, you know, these floors came out not too long ago, so for those of us that have been on the game ever since release, it's not going to be too hard to get these stats, especially if you've spent any of your time farming. If we see, I have Grays equipped just because it's, you know, a dash speed set, and I went ahead and used the time to farm those Grays. Not even really ideal rage cards used, you know, just pretty much some basic old stats, basic old gear, basic old rage cards, and then not everybody is fully skilled up either. So it should not be too hard for you to imitate these stats in order to achieve the same goal or achieve the same result that we got with the boss. And my Kairos is only level 46, so I'm sure your Kairos is much more built than mine is. And yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for me today, y'all. If you have any questions, feel free to join the Discord. We have new players and veteran players in there alike. They like to help each other out, you know, just drop a meme, no drama, we have fun. But other than that, y'all, that's gonna do it for me today, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. Oh yeah, this is the Nima, hold up. This is Nima. Yeah, there you go. Fuck, hold on. This is Nima. Click. Okay, yeah, there. Okay, see y'all later, bye.